What do you do with a minor worm issue? Bring your friends over to a great star coral for dinner. Sadly, this is our last month in Aruba. Even though we've been here for 4.5 months, we are still seeing animals we have not seen before. To give Aruba the props it deserves, we're expanding the number of clips this month with several free-swimming eels, a few different takes on parrotfish, and some animal encounters with Leslie. As of 3 days ago, we moved over to Curacao, so be sure to come back and check out the December highlights for new sights and new sea life. As for these clips, the regular rules apply. These are the top 15 highlights. They include some animals we don't see too often. Free swimming, crawling, cleaning stations, and hand feeding are some of the activities included this month. And the clips are not ranked, just enumerated. Oh, and please subscribe. We are a small channel, but hoping to grow. Tell your friends. Smiley face. Leslie and the Pure Diving team saw some mantis holes and their heads at the Bali dive site while I was out with an ear infection. I think I trumped them with this guy walking around some rubble at Tres Trapi. This may look like an average flamingo tongue from a distance. Boy, were we surprised when these turned out to be fingerprint flamingo tongues. Not only were they new to us, but our dive master had not seen any in all her years diving in Aruba. I saw this unfurled giant basket star and went in for a closer look when it started to crawl and close up a bit. It is subtle, but look for short movements. This green moray eel was not only free swimming, but seemed to be tagging along with the dive group. At one point, it got a bit too close to Leslie. I had not seen a chain moray eel out in the open until our last dive at Tres Trapi. This one is short, but it was nice to see a full spotted moray eel out in the open. I have seen slipper lobsters before, but they usually are the sculptured variety. This one is a Spanish lobster. Never saw one before. We saw a few teardrop crabs climbing around tube sponges on our Arashi Reef night dive. Comet Stars are not uncommon on the wall at Tres Trapi, but this was the first banded sea star we've seen. And it was crawling. Out in the open. During the day. We saw this ocean triggerfish in about 30 feet of water near the Renaissance Barge wreck. It was a bit shy. We saw so many new things on our Santo Largo night dive, including this 1.5-inch polka dot hermit crab grazing on some coral. I didn't have the best angle on this, and admittedly it doesn't do much, but it appears to be a tulip snail. The Renaissance Barge wreck is, in my opinion, underrated. Among the highlights were these blue parrotfish. We see parrotfish eating all the time, but the crunching sounds can be startling. It's not uncommon to see parrotfish on the reef, but they usually swim individually or in small groups. It was very unexpected to see this school of more than 30 grazing on the coral at Mangal Halto. Leslie loves all creatures.
You see that?
I did. Cleaning stations are terrific examples of animal cooperation for mutual benefit. A good model for us humans. There is so much life at the cement block at Tres Trapi. On our last dive there, we saw this juvenile hi-hat swimming around. Corals and sponges are often overlooked in favor of fish and other creatures, but they are very beautiful in their own right.